Hello everyone! Today we'll give you an overview of the film Conjuring 3. Of course, there will be spoilers ahead, so watch out! And let's get started. The movie starts on July 18th, 1981. Ed and Lorraine Warren, played by Patrick Wilson and Vera Farmiga, are summoned to the home of 8-year-old David Glatzel, portrayed by Julian Hilliard, who is possessed by a demonic entity. David's parents, Carl and Judy, as well as David's sister Debbie and Debbie's boyfriend, Arne Johnson, join them. The smashed chandelier and etched claw marks across the walls indicate that the house has already been plundered by a demonic onslaught. Arne Johnson allows the demon to enter his body instead of David's during the exorcism. While suffering from a heart attack, Ed sees the devil relocate itself from David's body to Arne's and is sent to the hospital unconscious. When Ed awakens in the hospital, he tells Lorraine that he saw the demon possess Arne's body. She attempts to contact the Glatzels, but no one responds since Bruno has turned up the music too loud. Lorraine then contacts the cops and tells them to hurry to the Glatzel house as soon as possible. Arne is becoming increasingly ill after witnessing what appears to be Bruno abusing Debbie. Arne sees Debbie running and chases her down, then sees Bruno as some kind of horrible monster. Arne is walking down the road when he is discovered covered in blood by an officer. Arne is said to have stabbed Bruno 22 times to death. While Arne is being interrogated, Ed and Lorraine speak with him and Debbie defends Arne by claiming that whatever happened to Bruno could not have been Arne's fault. The Warrens discuss with Arne's lawyer how they might be able to save Arne's life by proving that he was motivated by demonic possession while carrying out the murder. Arne goes to court and claims demonic possession, which leads to him being sent to a mental institution. With the Warrens' assistance, his case becomes the first in the United States to use demonic possession as defense, prompting an investigation into David's original possession. After discovering a demonic curse passed down through a witch's totem, the Warrens meet with Kastner, a former priest who formerly dealt with the disciples of the Ram cult. He explains that an occultist had purposefully left the totem, causing a curse to be placed on the Glatzels and the possession of David. The Warrens fly to Danvers, Massachusetts to look into Katie Lincoln's death, who was also stabbed 22 times. A totem had been discovered at the home of Katie's missing friend, Jessica. Lorraine summons a vision to reenact the murder, and she discovers that Jessica stabbed Katie while under the influence of demonic possession, then jumped to her death from a cliff, allowing detectives to recover her body. Lorraine touches the hand of the corpse to help discover the occultist, and the Warrens go to the funeral home where her remains are laid to rest. Lorraine sees the occultist attempting to have Arne kill himself in a vision, but she gets involved just in time. Lorraine is threatened by the occultist, and she informs Ed that the link is mutual. The Warrens return to their Connecticut home to continue their investigation. Drew hands Ed a book on Strikerian witchcraft that he discovered and tells him that the curse will only be released if the occultist's altar is destroyed. Ed and Drew learn that Jessica received her totem in a box from her school, Fairfield University, which leads Ed to believe that the occultists work nearby. Lorraine, on the other hand, returns to Kastner for assistance. She follows him down to the basement, where he discloses that he has a hidden daughter named Isla, who is the occultist. He piqued her attention in order to keep her from getting dragged into the occult. Lorraine learns from Kastner that there is a tunnel beneath the house where Isla used to play, which could be where the altar is hidden. Lorraine then hears footsteps and realizes that Isla has entered the premises. Isla tracks down Kastner and slices his throat, while Lorraine searches for the tunnel. Although he senses Isla's presence, Father Newman is with Debbie by Arne's side. Isla is getting ready to end the curse just as Lorraine discovers the altar. Isla then finds Ed and blows powder into his face, controlling him and sending him into a rage, attempting to swing a sledgehammer at Lorraine. As a result, Arne's possession spirals out of control, forcing the ward's windows to shatter, releasing him from his shackles. He begins to float and reaches for a shard of glass to slit his throat, but Debbie restrains him. Lorraine reaches out to Ed, reminding him of their love and stating that Isla believes love is their weakness, but it is actually their power. Ed manages to break free from the possession and smashes the altar, liberating Arne. Isla tries to kill the Warrens herself, but it's too late, and her demon master arrives to take her soul to hell, torturing Isla's body until she's nothing but a shell. Of course, Ed brings the altar chalice down to the Warren Museum, complete with Annabelle and Valak cameos. They then accompany Debbie to the courthouse, where Arnie's trial is taking place. Arnie was convicted of manslaughter and sentenced to 5 years in prison, according to the text. While jailed, he married Debbie, and they are still together today. In the last scene, Ed leads Lorraine to a gazebo he made to commemorate a memory from their first date. And that's how Conjuring 3 came to a close. What are your thoughts on the film? Was it a step forward from the prior one? Tell us in the comments section below.